Hello, my name is Fighting Irish, and this is a series of reviews I want to do about films which generally aren't that well looked upon, but they still to I still managed to enjoy them despite this. So it's called the my favorite unloved films. So the first one that I want to do a video review on is Jupiter Ascending.
You're the perfect hunting machine. Fearless. Relentless. You've been searching for one thing your whole life. And she's down there.
Make sure this is the right one.
It's her.
Good. Kill her.
Who are you?
I'm here to help you.
Now, this is a film I believe that was unfairly disliked on its release due to a number of different factors, ranging from in vogue hatred of Wachowskis, typical complaints about they haven't been good since the Matrix, the original Matrix, and Reloaded and Revolution sucked, and but my opinion on it is I haven't seen Cloud Atlas, but generally all the films that have been done by Wachowski since I have liked in one way or another. I liked the Matrix sequels; they weren't perfect, but I thought they were good. To Speed Racer, I thought Speed Racer was great. I don't get what the deal with that was. The way people were so intent on hating it, or just it's a really overlooked film in my opinion. And I haven't seen Cloud Atlas, but Jupiter Ascending was definitely a film that I think has many pros about it. It's not perfect, but I think in terms of what they were going for, they accomplished that. And nowadays, I think we tend to take every single film that comes out way too seriously. We don't really account for the odd kind of guilty pleasure movie, which this is. It's basically a B movie in the vein of Flash Gordon and other serials like that. And a lot of the same complaints could be made about this film as can be made for the 1980s version of Flash Gordon. The difference is Flash Gordon is generally loved, whereas this film gets short shrift. And I just want to make a case for it. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece, but you can have a look at it, and you're not the worse off afterwards. So let's see. First off, well, in regards to performances, as with other films of this type, the acting isn't its foremost concern. So you have a lot of performances ranging from the over top to just plain absurd in many cases, and obviously the characters, apart from Mila Kunis's character Jupiter, she's the only kind of regular character in this with an interesting background. But other than that, we have Channing Tatum, who's a wolf-human hybrid, so that's about as crazy as it comes. Well, it would be for most other films, but this one kind of takes it to another extreme. And we have Sean Bean, who's a genetic splice between a human and a wasp, or some weird things like that. And they give. I'm not a huge Channing Tatum fanboy. Like Sean Bean a lot, obviously, from Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and that kind of thing. But they do their job, and it's fine in my opinion. Nothing wrong with it. And Mila Kunis is playing a regular fish out of water character who's come to realize she's more important than she was led to believe all her years previously. And of course, the big which was a sticking point for many people, was Eddie Redmayne's performance. Now Eddie Redmayne is another actor who has a lot of buzz about him nowadays from various different films like Les Miserables and The Danish Girl. And again, I'm not a huge fanboy about him. He's a good actor. I give him that, but he's just one of those kind of guys who's caught on big time over the last couple of years. But of course, people complained about his performance in this film, where they couldn't understand why it was so over the top and all this kind of stuff. But to be honest, I didn't see much of a problem with it. If you compare him to Ming the Merciless and Flash Gordon, I don't see it's perfectly in line with that. So people, when they see something like this.
What about the girl?
Still alive.
We double our security deployment to destroy any ship that comes near the planet.
You see it now.
They go crazy, whereas when they see something like this,
remove the Earthwoman. Prepare her for our pleasure.
Are your men on the right pills? Maybe you should execute their trainer.
Live, Flash. You've saved your Earth. Have a nice day.
it's all kosher, it's all good. So to me, there's not much difference, I can enjoy both performances. They're B-movie performances. They're not there to win Oscars, and I think this ironically was, I'm not sure whether Eddie Redmayne won an Oscar this year or the next year or whatever, but strange how he could go to from this to an Oscar nominated or Oscar winning performance. So there's that. That's character. Next, I suppose I can touch on music. The score by Michael Giacchino, who recently did a splendid job with carrying on John Williams' legacy with Star Wars. So it was an amazing score for this film, completely orchestral and extravagant and epic as befits the story. And I think he really outdid himself on this one. I mean, he's worked with the Wachowskis before. His score for Speed Racer is also one you guys should check out. So I'll just play a clip here. So yeah, it's that kind of stuff, it's really good. Really brings out the film. The music he did was featured in the trailer as well. And the trailer was originally what got me on the film, got me hooked on the film. And, yeah, I generally like the way it turned out after that. But yeah, so the next section, I suppose, would be action, which is something the Wachowskis specialize in many ways. They're most well known for what they did with The Matrix and All the Time and all that kind of thing. But there are a couple of really well executed scenes in this film too, really, and they do it in a way that it's not as, you don't see it as much, directors with this kind of ability to create really well shot, exciting action sequences. And I think they hit it on the nail with a couple of the action scenes in this, particularly the first one with Channing Tatum, when he's rescuing Mila Kunis, and that whole sequence, when they're flying around the buildings. And, I found that really good, the way they did that. And I think it's just an example for me that the Wachowskis do, in fact, know what they're doing. They still have their talent somewhat. Their subject matter in their films, or the way they execute it, seems to rub people the wrong way, but to be honest, I think they have a good legacy since The Matrix. For me, they haven't gone off steam too much, but again, that's open up interpretation. It's just my opinion on them. I like what they did with it, and kept me entertained for the length of the film. Especially see with the editing throughout the film, it's done in a way the story keeps moving, and it's a fast pace, and it never kind of lags. There's always something interesting going on. Of course, one of the main complaints would have been about, I suppose we can move on to our next apart from this, which is overall editing and execution of the production and the rest of the film. So one of my genuine complaints about this would be the running time. It's roughly a 2-hour film, and this is the kind of thing where they could have easily gone to the 3-hour mark, because there's so much material and there's so much room for expansion that they really could have. Just seems like with 2 hours there's way too much for them to try and fit in to this film, and it kind of, what I was hoping for was a much bigger experience. It's an epic film, and I get that they were trying to keep it snappy and fast paced, but I think it had enough excitement and scope to really keep you hooked, even as a 3-hour long film. So that was a bit of a disappointment in that terms, but other than that, I think it's a good film. And then as far as production design and effects, and the actual production of this film is extremely top notch in my opinion. It's extremely well designed, full of interesting creatures and fantastical kind of set pieces and locations. Well, a couple of different planets in this, and one scene where, I forget his name, but the brother of Eddie Redmayne's character. There's one scene where he's surrounded by women and their phone in this kind of I forget what it was, a ball or something, but I thought that was good. It was kind of different. Of course, there's allusions to Brazil, Terry Gilliam's classic film in it, and it kind of wears its influences on its sleeves, very much so. So again, I thought it was extremely well done. They obviously put a lot of thought into this film. I know they held it back for many months, obviously, to get the effects done and just get a lot of things in place. So for me, it gets a B, for the effort they put in. So yes, anyway, that about sums it up, I think. Just a kind of quick little review, but in summation, I think this film was unfairly received. I don't think it deserves all the criticism it gets, because it's basically a B movie, but it's well done, and if you just kind of let your brain go, just turn off, there's a lot to be found to enjoy in this film, from the music, the action sequences, just the visual nature of this film is very strong. So this is one of those films that it's unloved, but it's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, and I like it, despite what everyone says. So if you haven't seen Jupiter Ascending, I recommend you check it out and give it a go. Just turn your brain off, just enjoy it. And if you like the film, or you like this video, just leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe if you want. So I hope you join me again next time, and I'll talk to you then.
Some lives will always matter more than others.
Jupiter!